Hey guys, and welcome back to Hardware Unboxed. I think it's time that we do another peripheral review on the channel. This time we're taking a look at the Corsair Glaive. So this is Corsair's brand new RGB gaming mouse. It sits in the upper mid tier of gaming mouse pricing. It will set you back around $70 US, or if you're in Australia, I think it's $130 dues. So pretty expensive as far as a mouse goes, but the Glaive does include a very compelling feature set. It's got pretty much everything you'd want as far as a mouse is concerned, and that makes it a pretty compelling option if you're looking for a new sort of top tier gaming mouse. For the spec fiends out there, the Glaive comes with a 16,000 DPI sensor. It's pretty much the top tier of gaming mouse sensors at the moment. However, I'm not too sure who'd actually want to use their mouse at 16,000 DPI, but it's certainly an option available if you need it. It comes with Omron switches rated for 50 million key presses. We're seeing a 1000 Hertz polling rate, a nice 1.8 meter braided cable, 122 gram weight, and it comes with 6 programmable buttons, so decent feature set here. I really love the design of the Glaive. It's a mostly plastic mouse with bits of aluminium if you choose to buy the aluminium model. I was sent the black model to review, so it's pretty much entirely plastic. The palm rest has a lovely soft touch plastic finish, which I think feels great in your hands. On the right side, there's a rubberized textured area that adds grip for your pinky and ring fingers. And on the other side is the Glaive's unique feature, its swappable thumb grips. Corsair includes 3 grips in the box. The default one uses the same soft touch plastic finish as the palm rest. This is my personal favorite. It keeps the mouse nice and slim, but it still feels great to hold and use. Corsair also includes a wider grip, which is perfect for people with larger hands. It uses the same texture rubber finish as on the right hand side of the mouse to give you a bit of extra grip. And the third grip that's included has a wide thumb rest paddle. I know some people like that sort of mouse design, and it's great that Corsair allows you to switch through either of these 3 options out of the box without having to sort of make that decision before you purchase the mouse. You can simply buy the Glaive and see what sort of grip is right for you after your purchase. I think the Glaive is a really comfortable mouse to use. Its high-ish arch is perfect for people who love to palm grip their mouse, and the subtle curve to the right side is great for people who use the mouse in their right hand. I use this mouse for a ton of gaming and also just general system use, and I think it's really comfortable. As I said before, no complaints here. The buttons included on the mouse, you've got obviously your left and right click, very clicky response here thanks to those Omron switches, no complaints here. On the left side, you get the forward and back buttons, a little bit mushy for my liking here, but it's in the perfect position. I mean, the perfect position if you are a palm gripping user. Simply one movement and you're pressing forward or back, no problems here. You also get the pretty solid middle click, requires slightly too much force for my liking. It's probably nitpicking a little bit, but the scrolling action itself is really solid. Love the way this mouse scrolls. And the final button on the mouse is a DPI selection. It's in a pretty awkward position, so you won't be using that button too often, but you can select through 5 DPI presets in the Corsair software utility, and of course you can remap all of the buttons on this mouse except left click in this utility to macros, other features, or whatever you'd like. So if you'd rather remap that middle button to something that isn't the DPI switch, you can very easily do that in Corsair's software utility. Corsair's software utility is also used for the RGB functionality in this mouse. Now, I don't think RGB on a mouse is as useful as it is on a keyboard, and with the Corsair Glaive, it's pretty easy to block some of the RGB zones when you're actually using the mouse. However, you do get 3 zones on this mouse that are individually customizable to whatever color you'd like, or alternatively, you can do things like make the mouse breathe through a rainbow of colors if you so choose. The main zone is the Corsair logo that's included on the palm rest. You also get a zone that includes either side of the mouse with those strips of lighting, and the third and final zone is the front zone that sort of projects a little bit of light onto your trackpad. Again, 3 zones of customizability is pretty decent for a mouse, but I think you'll be buying the Glaive for some of its comfort, its build quality, and its removable grip features rather than those RGB zones. That's more of just sort of a nice addition to the package. In terms of its tracking experience, I normally use a mouse in the 2000 to 3000 DPI range, and the Corsair Glaive performs really well in that regard. Again, no one is going to be using this mouse at 16,000 DPI. It's way too jittery. There's also a sniper mode included for people who want to push it down to sort of your 400 DPI mode. It works really well, tracks really well across the board, and it even comes with a surface calibration utility in the Corsair software engine, so you can calibrate it to the trackpad or the surface that you're using to get that slight edge in terms of your tracking experience. But really, most mouses you're spending $70 for, you're getting a really good tracking experience, and the Glaive is no exception here. For those of you that want to buy a premium gaming mouse and have around $70 US to spend, the Corsair Glaive is one of the best options on the market in my opinion. It's really comfortable to use, has a great feature set. Whether or not I personally would spend $70 on a mouse, not too sure. I think that's a bit expensive for just a mouse, but I totally understand there's people out there who want to spend that sort of money to get a really top-notch feature set, and Corsair has certainly provided that with their new Glaive RGB mouse. Anyway, that's it for this review of the Corsair Glaive. There's links to buy this product in the description below if you're interested. Definitely check out the written review on techspot.com, and we'll catch you in the next one.